Hello, and welcome to Tangle Time Arts. My name is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we are on day 27 of Inktober Tangles. Yay! We're almost at the end. I can't believe it. Um, Day 27 of Inktober Tangles brings us a tangle called Worthwhile by Nidhi Prakash. And it starts with these lovely zigzag shapes here, and then you can add little details in there. Stephanie Jennifer um, added hearts, and that's one of the options. And we will take a look at that. If you haven't gotten your packet yet, you can still get that. The information is in the description. And a big shout out to Stephanie Jennifer for putting this all together. For today's project, you will need a Zendala, and I have already penciled in some lines on that, so I'll share the dimensions with you. Um, you'll need a black pen, a pencil, and a tortillon. And I also do have some gel pens. You could use colored pencils if you'd like, just something to add color. All right, so I have, and it's kind of hard to see, I've got the sun shining brightly today because it's a beautiful day, but I did pencil in some circles just to save some time. So my larger one is 3.5 inches in diameter, and then I have one that is 2.5 inches approximately. And then we go down to about 1.5 inches. And then the smaller one is just over an inch. It's about an inch and an eighth. So 4 circles. And I used a compass for that, and it does take a little time. And you want those penciled in pretty lightly, okay? All right, with your black pen, we are just going to guesstimate where some of these dots are going. We could measure, but I'm not that concerned about being so exact, but I would like some guidelines for doing zigzag in the round here. So we're going to put a dot at what would be noon, and then we're going to put one down here at 6 if this were a clock. And then we're going to put one over here at 3, and then another one over here at roughly 9. And then we're going to fill in our other numbers here. So this would be about 1 and about 2. We've got 3, and so this would be about 4 and 5. We have 6 here. So 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Just approximating there. And then we're going to go to our second circle, and we want to put a dot in between these two. So kind of in the middle there. So if it helps to kind of go down from the middle and then put a dot. And we're going to do that between each two pairs of dots. It definitely helps to rotate. And once we have all of our dots, we are going to just ink in our zigzag, going from outer circle to the next one and then back to the outer one. So we're just going to work our way around. Taking our time and rotating as we need. I usually film in the evenings but today I'm filming in the afternoon, so I do have some sunny issues to deal with, which is great because pretty soon it'll be winter and it won't be as sunny. So I'm definitely enjoying the sun. No complaints there. But it wants to come in and shine on my desk. All right, so we've made it all the way around. And now we want to, we would aura this and put in another zigzag. So we're just going to do the same thing here, starting on our second circle. So this is number 1, this is number 2, and then we have number 3 and number 4 on the inside. So we're going to go around and put in our 12 dots again, just like if it were on a clock, but it's easier this time because we're just coming down from the point. And then on the third circle, we are again coming down from the lower point. And then we're going to do the same thing and put in another zigzag. And then we're going to do this a third time. All right. So working with the taller points on our third circle here. And then our fourth circle is going to get the points from the ones pointing down. So like the valleys. So 1, 2, 3. And then again, we're going to put in a zigzag. And then before I finish the tangle here on this inside one, I am going to just aura that all the way on the inside. So I'm not using any little dots or anything like that. And keeping it pretty close to our third round of zigzags. All right. And then I'm also going to add an aura on the outside. So I'm kind of finishing like a border first before finishing the inside of this tangle. So I've got an aura on the outside and an aura on the inside. All right. So now we're just going to focus on these inside parts. And I like to start by drawing the lines that go from the point. So it's just a straight line. It's maybe about 1/8 of an inch. So it's not very tall. And for these points, I'm going to draw a heart on them. So you can do this two ways. If you're okay working upside down, you can just put a heart in like that. But if that doesn't work for you, you can work at this end and put in your heart like that. All right. And then just rotate around. So where I'm putting hearts, you could put anything you'd like. You could put a triangle, um, a circle. You could put little flowers in there. There's not a lot of space, but it does not have to be a heart. But I thought the hearts were sweet, so I'm just following the example and doing some hearts there. And then once we have the hearts in, because we're working in the outer row there. So from these points that are coming down, I'm going to also draw lines. And again, they're about 1/8 of an inch. They're not that long. Oops, I'm going off the screen there. Sorry. Once you have those in, instead of hearts, you could do hearts, but I thought I would just put in like a diamond shape. You can do hearts if you'd like, but I'm just doing something different to show you that there's many variations of what you could put in here. You could do a triangle, you could put a circle, you could do hearts, little flowers. These are little squares or little diamond shapes if you like. You could do I don't know, like spades or clubs. I don't know why I'm thinking of cards, but I am. All right, we made it all the way around. So we're going to do this again. So little lines pointing up. And we're going to be working much smaller this time. I'm going to work from down here and I'm going to put in little hearts. And it could be little leaves if you wanted to do something like a poke leaf type of thing. All right, and once we made it around from there, we're going to go back in and draw little lines down from the points that are facing down. So these are just very tiny little lines. All right, we're all the way around. And then I'm going to repeat with the little diamonds. It's getting very small. All right, we made it all the way around. And then I thought we would add some detail around the outside. And this looks awesome by itself. This is worthwhile. This is the tangle, but in a circle. Um, it kind of reminds me of a snowflake, actually. I am actually going to go a step further and add little lines to each of these points. And to each of those, I am just adding a little orb. Again, there's a lot of different things you can do. With this one, you can play around with variations, and definitely I would encourage you to make it your own. Try using different colored ink. This would look great in blue, actually. All right. And then we can decide like what we would like to do with the center. You can leave it as it is if you would like, or you can add something to the center. I'm trying to decide what I want to do, and I guess I'll add something to the center just to show you how it's going to look. And I think I'm just going to go from each of the bottom points to the center. And I'm just going to divide that up. I like that. That looks really sweet. I like that. So for shading, for me, there's not a lot of shading to do. So before I add the gel pen, I'm going to do a little bit of shading, but that's all going to be, for me, it's all going to be on the outside here. So I'm just working my way around my shape here. I'm just using light pressure, not a heavy pressure at all, very light. So just takes a little time to work your way around, but just enjoy the process. So with me, you do still see the pencil line there. That's because I have to put it on a little darker so that it shows in the shows on the video. But when you're working at home, just use the lightest pressure that you can when you make those circles. And then for this, again, it's like light, medium pressure. You can always go back and add more. But I always suggest like starting very light. And I'm kind of rounding this off here, like that, like that. So a little bit of rounding, like that, just like that. All right. So then I'm going to take my tortillon, and I've got this kind of longer one today, and I am just going to start blending that out. And hold on 1 second. My apologies, I'm back. This is why I usually record um, my demos at night. It's just quieter. All right, so I'm working my way around, kind of softening this area here so that you don't see my pencil line too much. Maybe a little, but not too much. This tortillon is a little, I don't remember where I got it, but it's a little softer, and I feel like it blends differently, but I like the way that it smooths everything out. Just turns out really, really nicely. I wish I could remember where I got it so I could get more. So again, just adding some rounding in the center here. think I made it all the way around. And something else that sometimes I like to do is just to add a little graphite along the edge like that. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then we'll take our tortillon and again go around the edge. Just defines that edge a little better. All right, so we have something like this. If I weren't adding gel pen, I might add a little shading in the center here. And you could add some shading throughout those areas or the points even. But because I'm using gel pen, I'm not going to do that. But feel free if you are not adding color to go ahead and experiment with some shading in there. I'm using metallic gel pens, and I think I'm going to pull out the red one first of all for the hearts. And I'm just going to use that to start inking those in. And it's going to take me some time because we have quite a few of them, but that's okay. Sometimes it's good to take time for yourself and just really enjoy something, be in the moment, whether it's 10 minutes or an hour. It just allows you to kind of recharge your batteries. I like that. It looks really nice. But your hearts could be any color too. They don't have to be red or pink. You can have whatever color hearts you'd like. And that's the beauty of art. You can choose colors to express yourself. All right, cool. So that's how it looks with the hearts inked in. I'm going to put that pen aside, and I feel like the little diamonds should be blue. So I'm going to take the blue gel pen and I am going to add color to those. They might look nice in gold too. So feel free to choose a different color. All right, made it all the way around with the blue. Now let's see what colors we have left. We have kind of an orange, a gold, a green, and a violet. This is a tough call, really. I think I might go with the violet. Let's see. Do I want to go with the violet? Well, let's work in the center and I'll go with the orangey colored one. And I am going to ink in every other one. So I'm just going to start with this one, a random one. Skip one and go to the next one. All right, so I have that filled in. And then we have the kind of purplish color, violet maybe. And I feel like I'm going to put this color into these aura areas. I went with the darker color, but I I feel like gold would have been a good choice for this as well. And I think it's supposed to be a violet, but it kind of looks like a blue to me, like a dark blue. All right. I'm going to do that for the outer one too. I think that looks really, really nice. Takes a little time though, but I have all this time to spend just with you. Again, this would probably look equally nice in gold. But I like the blue because it does remind me, this whole design does kind of remind me of a snowflake. I'm being very mindful of the gel pen because it takes a little while to dry. And I do rotate a lot when I do something like this, just because it makes it easier for me. You definitely want to be comfortable when you're drawing or creating art, if at all possible. At least I want to be comfortable. All right. Let that dry a little bit. I'm going to take the gold one now, and I'm going to add gold to these areas here. Okay, made it all the way around. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. So I'm going to leave these white. If you'd like to ink those in with a different color, you absolutely can, but I like those white. Gosh, I didn't have any place to put the green pen, but that's okay. Maybe next time. So I need to find a little spot to put my initials in. And this is kind of a challenge because this is a very symmetrical piece. So I think I'm just going to tuck it into one of these areas here. Yeah, I'm going to do it like here. Just like that. Very tiny, but it's in there. And let me see if this is dry. I think it's mostly dry. So I'm going to be careful when I turn it over to fill in my information. But I really like this one. It's really cute. All right. Okay. Put that flat. My name and some Inktober. I always like to put a little information on the back so that I remember, because a lot of times I think I'm going to remember. And then a year later, 2 years later, I don't remember. It's day number 27. And this tangle was called Worthwhile by Nidhi Prakash. Definitely check out her channel too, because she does wonderful work with the mandalas and zendalas. Um, all right, and there we have it. Worthwhile by Nidhi Prakash, but in the round, not straight across. So working in the round poses some challenges, but we dealt with that by doing some dots to guide us in our placement of our zigzags. And then we added some gel pen, metallic gel pen, and I think the subtle color is really nice with this one. So I hope you'll check it out and give this a try. It does take a little extra time, but it's definitely worth it. And if you haven't done so, if the weather's beautiful in your area, go outside and get some sun while we can. All right. I'll see you next time. Take care. I love you guys. Bye.